Hey, ladies, give me a second to get everything pulled up. I posted below. Um, I have to fly out now tomorrow night because of the weather, and I didn't want you to miss another. Let me turn that down. I didn't want you to miss another session because of me traveling. So we're going to do it tonight. So I'll give everybody just a minute to get on. I hope everybody that is in Texas is preparing for um, the cold that is coming through, as well as the rain slash sleet or ice. So we're just going to pray that we just get rain, right? And no sleet or ice, because with all the cement roads down here, that's not a good thing. And then for all of you in Illinois, we're going to pray that your nose hairs and your eyelashes don't freeze like the second that you go outside. So Friday morning is like -9 or something. I mean, like it's crazy. And so we're going to be nice and warm tonight as we go over and do all of um, the skincare regimen. So usually in the winter time, your skin needs extra hydration and moisturization, right? And so I'm going to just do my skincare routine tonight. I'm going to do a couple extra things, but I'm going to do my regular skincare routine and just add a couple things or talk about a couple things, because remember, we get 30 minutes together and it goes by so fast. I feel like I've got plenty of time to talk to you guys, and then the next thing you know, it is time for me to get off. So if you are joining us and you have any of you have a skincare class packet, please feel free to open those up and follow along. I will try to see if I can see you on my camera here. And then we're going to use these fun little bougie wristlets. When you purchase a skincare set, whether we have 4 or 5 different skincare sets, you get these little bougie wristlets with them too. It depends on what colors that I have in. So we are going to go ahead and start with our eyes, and then we're going to go ahead and break down all of our makeup. I'm so excited to have normal brows again. They kind of got a little crazy, but again, traveling back and forth just gets a little crazy. Okay, so oil-free eye makeup remover. It is not in here. See? I thought I had everything. Oh, I took it because I got my brows done. Okay, so where? It's right here. I got it. Hold, please. Oh, I had it in here. Okay, well, when in doubt, you punt. So, our oil-free eye makeup remover is #1 out on the market. And to use it, you just shake it to activate it. And it will remove eye makeup, it will remove mascara, it will remove eyeliner, brows, you name it, it will remove it. And it will also remove all of your waterproof makeup as well. So I am going to use my micellar water tonight, because what the micellar water does is it breaks down your makeup. And so it's going to do that as well on my eyes. So pretend I'm using the oil-free eye makeup remover, 1 or 2 seconds. You're just going to hold it over top, and then you're going to swipe, 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 and it's going to pull the product off. Okay? Going to go over the eyebrows with it. So I always remove my eyes first, because sometimes it'll, come out here a little bit. So then that way, by the time you hit the micellar water all over your face, then you're going to totally get it off your eye. Now you can see that it is taking a little bit more with the micellar water than the oil-free eye makeup remover, but it's going to do in a pinch, right? So it's still going to get all of that off. And I have a full color face on today. So see, I still got some coming off. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my other eye. Now, this micellar water, a lot of people will use this micellar water as a quick cleaner, but what it does is it breaks down all of your makeup. Okay, so it's like a pre-wash. So it's going to break down all of your makeup, get all of that off, and then when I get ready to do my cleanser, then the cleanser is going to be able to cleanse and get down into the pores. You don't have to use both, but I highly recommend using it just because it's very, very effective, and the ingredients in it does exactly what it says. It breaks down your makeup. Some people will call it lazy wash because you don't need water. So it's great if you are camping or you're at a place where you don't have water or don't want to use water. You just throw this on really quick, go all over your face, and it's going to help break down that makeup. And you're not going to get a super deep clean, but at least it's going to break down the makeup and you're not going to have clogged pores. Okay. So one of the products that we're going to be using tonight is we're going to start with our boosters. There's 4 different boosters that Mary Kay has. I love all of them, but we're going to do the booster first. So the booster would be your first thing that you would do to get all the way down into your pores so it can work. Remember, when you're applying skincare or you are applying serums or whatever, it's always thinnest to thickest. So your thickest, so see, look at all that it's breaking down. Thinnest to thickest. And what it's going to do is it's going to get down into your pores and work from the inside out. And the last thing that you will always put on is your moisturizer so you can seal everything that you put in before that underneath to work and keep underneath the skin. Okay. Now you can do 1 product, you can do 2 products. Mary Kay recommends to have at least a minimum of four skincare products. So it would be a cleanser, a moisturizer, an eye cream, and then maybe a lifting serum or maybe a booster. So for those of you that are very, very simple, I would recommend starting just with one of your skincare lines, and then we can look and see what is the area or what is something that you really want to target. Okay. So I always ask everybody, what is something that you would like to enhance about your skin or change about your skin? And usually then that's the products that I will recommend for you. Okay. So we have done the micellar water and the oil-free eye makeup remover. So now what we're going to do is the cleanser. Now, come on. Oh, I put it all out on the table. So here's the cleanser. Tonight I'm using the Time Wise cleanser in normal to dry. I have the Voluform cleanser right now in my bathroom. So I'm going to get a little bit of water, just get my face a little wet. And there's beads in these cleansers, okay? So when you're cleansing your face, you're exfoliating that top layer of dead, dull skin. Usually in the winter, your skin is going to dry out, okay? Because we've got a lot of things that are going to suck the moisture out, right? Versus putting it in. And so you want to use, like in the summertime, I'm usually using combination to oily, but then in the winter, I am using normal to dry. I'm almost to the spot where I can use the normal to dry during the day and the normal to dry at night. It's finally caught up with me. Okay, so we've done the cleanser and we're going to go ahead and just take a facial cloth and wipe that right off. I know some of you use our Skinvigorate brush, so you could be using the Skinvigorate brush to cleanse 85% more with that. Okay, you see all the makeup that's still coming off and my lips. So by doing this, we are opening up our pores, okay? So at nighttime, usually I will do some type of a mask. Okay, so tonight I'm going to be doing the Moisturizing Renewing Gel Mask. And what I love best about this product is it's nice and light. It really hydrates your skin. But another great factor of it is you can sleep in it, okay? So you can apply this on, let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes. Usually after about 5 minutes, it's totally dry. And then you can apply your other products right over top of it. In the winter, if I get more like dry elbows, I will add a little bit on my elbow. I might even add maybe a little bit down here. You can add some on your feet. You can do whatever you would like, but our Moisturizing Renewing Gel Mask is something that, like I said, it's just super nice and light, and it really helps hydrate that area. Okay, so while that is sitting and drying, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the next probably 2 or 3 steps that I am going to apply. So remember, thinnest to thickest. So what I'm going to do tonight is the Ferulic Niacinamide Brightener. So it's going to help with aging spots, sunspots, even out my skin tone, and just brighten it, you know, all together. So just a couple drops will do ya. I'll show you what it looks like, okay? And so all of our boosters are like that. So we have the HA Ceramide that is just going to help hydrate. Then we have the PHA AHA Resurfacer, which is going to remove that dead, dull layer of skin. I kind of call it like microdermabrasion, only in a drop form. And then we have the C Resveratrol Line Reducer. So vitamin C and helps with all of your lines. I use all of them. You just want to only use one either in the morning and one at night. However, the HA Ceramide, you can use that after any of these. So wouldn't it be awesome if we had a moisturizing renewing gel mask and had a HA Ceramide all in one that you could just put on and leave on, right? Because some of that stuff is out. So be thinking about that. So we're going to just leave that on, like I said, for a little bit. And then the first thing that we'll do is we'll put on the Ferulic Niacinamide Brightener. And then what we're going to do after that is I'm going to do my lifting serum. I'm going to do like in the triangle area to lift and firm my skin. That's why I have more of the chiseled jaw. Then I'm going to use the night solution, #1 out on the market for a night solution. I not only use this on my face, I use it on my arm, I'll use it on my hands. I've even used it underneath to like help firm my skin along with the Targeted Action Toning Lotion. When I use both of those, you guys, I notice like the next day. And so we'll use that next. And then we will use the eye cream. And the eye cream has a Zymac ball on it. So you're going to push the product out on this side, and then you're going to use the Zymac ball and go underneath and even like up here on your brow bone to help lift that skin as well. Okay, we have 4 different eye creams. My favorite is the Voluform cream just because it is the most advanced eye cream that we have. And then after that, I'm going to add my Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter, aka Otox, not Botox, Otox. So where that's going to go is like right here. I'm going to go on my forehead lines where my 11s would be, and then I usually go right here, and then just a little bit across my forehead, a little bit across my lip. And you guys are going to see how little that I use for that. And then we're going to use our Retinol 0.3. The great thing about the Retinol 0.3, you guys, is you can literally use it every single night. Okay, if you're not familiar with retinol, you don't want to use it during the day. You just want to use it at night. But our Retinol 0.3, if you are faithfully using this Monday through Friday, take off on the weekends if you want to. But Monday through Friday, if you are using these 2 products, you will not quit using them. You will not. Retinol 0.3 and the Dynamic Wrinkle Emitter. Now, Mary Kay just came out with a new one that I call it the Trio, and that is the Barrier 113. So this is going to go on after that on top right before the moisturizer. And what I love about the Barrier 113 is it kind of it strengthens your skin. So let's say your skin was like this. Well, it ends up giving that strong lock skin and gets that barrier super tight. So think about like if you're weak with muscles, but then you start lifting and you get stronger. And so somebody can punch you and it's not going to hurt as bad, or you can lift more because you're stronger, right? Well, this is going to protect you more because it's got that barrier on it. And you would put this on again, morning and night, right before your moisturizer. So it's the last thing that you would put on. I double dog dare you to use this for 5 nights in a row. Well, use it morning and night. So 5 days in a row. Take a picture before you start and take a picture at the end of the 5 days and tell me you don't see a result. Now, you can get your money back if you choose to, right? Mary Kay has a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all of our products. You have up to 1 year to return any of the product that if you try a product and you just don't feel that it's doing what Mary Kay says that it does, you can give it back to your beauty consultant or even send it back to Mary Kay, and they'll give you, as long as you have your receipt, they'll give you a 100% refund or credit to get something else. Okay, so we'll use that. And then the last thing that we're going to use is the night cream that has encapsulated retinol on it, and this will go on last at night. So that's my moisturizer at night. Okay, so that may seem like a lot of stuff, you guys, but it's just not. Okay, so my face is totally dry. Totally dry. You can't even tell that I have that on. Now, you can leave it on, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to be putting other stuff on my face. So I don't like, because you can over moisturize. Okay, you can over moisturize. And if you ever start getting like white little dots on your face, it's because you're putting too much product on. It's not saying that you can't put a lot of different products on, but you're putting too much on. So depending on your skin type, you're really going to want to watch what you're putting on. Habit, I go over my eyes. I don't know why. Okay. And my lips. Habit. Okay, so we're going to give that like 30 seconds for it to dry. And then we're going to go ahead and start with putting all of the supplements on, okay? I'm just going to pat my face dry. And remember, if you have any questions at any time, don't be afraid to reach out to me or message me. And if you have a beauty consultant, reach out to her and she will help you. Even if she's a new beauty consultant or newer beauty consultant, let me shut that off. If she is a newer beauty consultant, if she doesn't know the answer, she can get you the answer, okay? Okay, so we're going to start thinnest to thickest. So the first thing we're going to do is the Ferulic Niacinamide Brightener. You're going to see that this is a little bit thicker. So I'm going to put it over here on my birthmark, and I got a little bit of an aging spot too. Now, you can put it all over your face. I always start right where the aging spots are at and the unevenness, and then I just use the rest around my face, okay? Takes about 45 seconds for it to dry. So usually by the time I close it up and put it back and I get ready to do the next step, you can kind of like touch your face and then it's already dry. Okay, the next one that I'm going to put on is that HA Ceramide. This one is even a little bit thicker than that. Okay, so I'm just going to do 1 drop tonight since I'm putting more on. Usually I tend to get drier here because of my allergies and more blowing my nose this time of year. So you can just put this product like right wherever you need it. My nose, I don't ever get breakouts on my nose. It used to be terrible. But that's because my skin was never protected, okay? And that Barrier 113 is really going to help with that as well. Okay, so now the next product is the lifting serum, okay? Had to get a brand new bottle. So you can see on the side here, it'll kind of tell you when you're out. I just pat it here on the triangle, and I come up and out. Up is young, because gravity's automatically going to pull, so you always want to go up and out with your skin. This is a little bit of a thicker serum, so a little bit of it goes a long ways, and you're going to be able to stretch it, okay? Okay, so then the next product would be the night solution. So I put just a couple pumps on. And I'm going to put this the rest of the places where I did not put the lifting serum. And then I'm going to go over top of the lifting serum. So when you're using a Faithful skincare program, you guys, people are going to say, have you lost weight? What are you doing? You know, something's different about you. They don't always know exactly what it is, but they know that something is different, okay? So now I'm going to show you a couple hacks. Okay, so I start with my eye cream when I can't get any more out, and I do a little V on it so that way it can go over top. And then as I'm using the product that's in there, then I just kind of cut it down, because you need just a little bit. So I'm trying, there might still be some in there. I don't think there is, but I use the cream brush to kind of just get in there. Yeah, there's still some left in there. To go right underneath my eye. And the key of the eye product, you guys, is don't get it super close, because it's going to seep close to your eye area. Okay. Then I'm going to take that off, and I got the little Zymac ball. Just going to rub it right into my skin. So this hydrates and moisturizes for 12 hours. So you do your eye cream in the morning and at night, and you will be protected and hydrated for 24 hours. The skin around our eyes is a third less thick. Therefore, we age there first. So I always recommend that you get an eye cream, and then you just seal it up so that way it doesn't dry out on you. Okay? So then the next one is the dynamic wrinkle limiter. So it started like this, okay? And then I put a little hole up here in the corner, and then I just kind of squeezed a little bit of it out. And so now I'm down to where I cut it, and I'm going to just get my little finger in there, grab some of my product. I'm going to do a little here, a little here, a little here, here, here. Okay, and whoops, ring finger. And you want to use your ring finger. You can see I have no lines out there, you guys. No lines, and I'm not 21. I am not 21. Okay, and then I just go right over the lip area. Because what this does is it relaxes the lines. Just like the Botox, only you're not going to get a frozen face, and there's no injections, okay? Simple, just like that. Morning and night. Now, if you're doing it just morning or you're doing it just night, and that's all that you can do right now, that's totally fine. But if you want to get results and you want to get them quickly, make sure you are doing morning and night with this product. It's just absolutely amazing. And then I'm going to seal that back up so it's good to go. Okay, then the next one is our Retinol 0.3, 1 and 1 only pump. More is not better, okay? So just one little pump. That's all you need. Keep it away from your eyes. And you want to make sure that you put your eye cream on before this, okay? And you guys, you can see it's not a lot, but it does potent stuff, you know, it does its work. Okay, so I got the retinol, got that on. Put that back. This is what the dynamic wrinkle limiter looks like. I've got my second one here to start. Okay, and then we have our barrier 113. I do, excuse me, I do 2 pumps. I don't know why, but I just do 2. And you can see it's a little bit thicker. Okay, pat. I always like to pat the stuff because otherwise if you just apply it, it's like thick on there. So I pat it around and then just really quick kind of add the skincare. And for those of you that don't like a lot on your face in the beginning, it's going to feel like heavy, you know, but you can put a couple products on and get your pajamas on. Put a couple products on and get your clothes or get stuff ready for tomorrow, you know, because it'll just soak in. I just put it on and then I'm done. Okay, so then we've got our barrier 113. And then my last product is my nighttime moisturizer. Now, would I normally put my night solution on and this? Not all the time, but sometimes I like to give it just that little extra boost. And so I'll just do that, you know, kind of like when we do our hair. Sometimes we put some hairspray on or we don't, or we put a little extra conditioner on. It's the same thing with your skin. You're going to know. Your skin's going to tell you if it needs more hydration and moisturization. Again, stay at that occipital bone right there so it's not getting too close to your eyes. Just right there. Okay? Eye products you only want to use on your eyes. You don't want to use a moisturizer on your eyes. You want to use an eye product. Lips, you only want to use on your lips. Okay, so we have amazing lip products. We have amazing eye products. We have amazing face and skincare products. Okay, habit. I always do my hands because I want my hands to look as young as my face does. And right here in this area too. One product I will use sometimes in this area just by itself is the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. Like if I'm going to take my shower at night, I'll just put a couple pumps on and put it on here and just kind of do dinner or whatever. Or you can just put it on and leave it, and before you go to bed, when you wash your face, then you can wash it off. This is my favorite chemical exfoliant. Okay. I think I talk about these every single time, but it's just because they're that stinking good. Okay, so that is everything that I usually do for my face. Now, another product that I'm going to recommend is the hand softener that is in the Satin Hand Set. If you need to do your hands during the winter. Otherwise, the Extra Emollient Night Cream. It's kind of one and the same, right? And so I'm going to recommend this anywhere where you have dryness. Okay, you can even do a little bit on your lips if you want. And then the hydrating lotion, because like I said, we need just a little bit more hydration this time of year. If you start looking at your skin and you kind of look scaly, you know how women that tan like all the time, I call it leathered instead of tethered, or their leathered skin. It's because there's no hydration and no moisturization in it, right? Because the sun has sucked everything out of it. And then we have our amazing hand cream this time of year as well. And when I used to use hand cream, I'm like, oh, I don't like it. It's thick. It's yuck. We'll do just a little bit at a time, okay? Your skin, your hands, they're going to tell you when you need it. And here's the thing. Once you start using it, you will totally see the difference of how amazing this product is. And we have these fun little purse-sized ones too. So if you just ask for one with your order. If you don't have one, just say, hey, do you have one of those mini hand creams? Because I would really love one this time of year. Ta-da! Okay, 29 minutes and 10 seconds. How about that? So that is our regular skincare. Just think about Galentine's is coming up. Valentine's is coming up. If you have a wish list, get it to me as your beauty consultant, or get it to your beauty consultant, and she will tell us who your Valentine is, and we'll reach out to them and let them know. It's kind of just like Christmas, and we'll let them know what you want. Here's a fun little gift. Speaking of traveling, how fun is this, right? And it has a whole skincare regimen in it. but it's called our Go sets. So on the go. So for kids in sports, or if you travel and you're, I think it's at least 10 days that's in there. So if you're going to travel for 10 days or less, you use that and take it, carry-on bag, and you don't have to do a checked bag. But anything that's 3 ounces or under, you can take on your carry-on as well. So, okay. In the comments or in the post, I think I put my website on there. You can now go directly to my website and order and check out. You don't have to wait for me to process it. You can literally go there, check out, and it will send it to you directly from Mary Kay. Since we went to the e-commerce, it's called My Shop now. It's still the same website that it was, but it's just called My Shop, and it's a different platform. Gives you extra options as the customer. But if you want to get the personal touch from me and want to order it, straight through me, especially if you're local to me, or you're getting a discount because it's your birthday month, or you have a coupon or something, I need to do that for you, not because the website will not do that. Okay. So I hope everybody has a great night. I hope everybody stays warm. I'm going to pray for no ice or sleet in Texas, and I'm going to pray for roads to be cleared and not a lot of snow, as cold as it is going to get, so people are not getting stuck anywhere in that rigid coldness. This Saturday, the reason why I'm flying back to Illinois this weekend is it's my mother and father-in-law's 60th wedding anniversary. 60 that they have been married. And so how do you not fly home for that, right? They had already asked, and I'm like, absolutely. Any other time? I don't want to go to negative 9 degrees. That's why I'm in Texas. So, everybody have a great night. Always here to help you with beauty solutions. Please reach out. Would love to help you or even talk with you and go over any issues or any things that you are wanting to learn. Next week, we'll be doing some fun color. Bye-bye, guys.